Can I call on Councillor Hanson, please?
Thank you, Chair. I would like to speak against the amendments and for the motion. My reasons for speaking against the amendment are as follows. Of course, there's the obvious one, that this amendment wasn't presented in advance. So if those proposing it had been serious, they would have done a lot of the background work to ensure we understood the rationale for it and the workings behind it. But then much more obviously in debate, Conservative councillors have chosen to make political attacks rather than to actually expand the detail of the rationale for the amendments. And I'm really, really distressed by that because it is an important topic of early help, and I would have greatly welcomed suggestions and ideas and a constructive debate about that. And for those...
Councillor Hanson, I'm terribly sorry to have to interrupt you, but we have a point of order. Councillor Harrelson.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Point of order, this amendment was thoroughly vetted in advance. It was approved by the Executive Director, the Assistant Director and the Director of Finance in line with proper procedures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Harrelson. If you could just hold on for a few minutes, Councillor Hanson. I'm going to pass this over to Alanda. Alanda.
Thank you, Chair. This is no reflection on Councillor Harrelson's comments. Can I just remind members that points of order are for a specific reason. We seem to be getting into a process here where we're using them to answer things that people are saying as part of debate. Both members who have moved the amendment or the substantive budget in this case have a right of reply at the end of the debate. They can pick up some of these points as part of their right of reply, but it isn't appropriate to keep using the point of order. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Councillor Hanson, do you wish to start again from the beginning?
I'll continue from the point I was making.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm grateful to have had that intervention rather than it be responded at the end, because if those proposing this amendment had been serious about winning a vote on it, they would have tried to persuade people like me to support them. And they made no effort and communicated no information, because I would have been passionate about actually doing something that was meant to have an impact. And that was the point I was making. So it's useful to see that it was going to be twisted into being something else that it wasn't. So I had the chance to answer it. So I would have loved the chance to talk about initiatives like Safe Families for Children, which our council has been supported. I've always been passionate about the idea that people, maybe empty nesters, have so much, and other volunteers have so much to offer young families who are struggling. And now we have this charity, Safe Families for Children, which is supported by County Council, which is rolling out in Cumbria. And I would encourage people who care about this issue to look into it in more depth. I went to a presentation by them this last week, and what they're doing is superb and a good step forward. So we could have talked about things like those initiatives and other potential initiatives, but we weren't. Therefore, I will not be supporting this amendment. We should definitely support the budget, and I would encourage everyone to support it. We need to, sorry, I just saw things appearing on my screen. We need to support our staff. Our staff have been brilliant this year. We need a budget passed so they can get on with their business rather than spend more time messing around waiting for us to sort things out. We have a good budget. This year, our staff have been through hell and back. It's nearly 11 months since the tragic loss of Wendy Jacobs, head teacher, really signalled how dangerous this pandemic was for everyone working on the front line. And our care workers, our staff in social services have worked with tremendous courage and dedication. I'm so proud of them all. Our highways officers have been brilliant. Our fire and rescue workers are now out there helping with vaccinations on top of everything else. Our ICT staff, our local area teams have dealt with so much change and they've done it brilliantly. Our customer service has changed every day and they have done us proud. And our senior manager, executive board, so in the feedback on post-COVID working, when they've talked in depth about how they have managed the incredible stresses in their departments. I've been so proud, and now we owe them to get a budget passed, to our excellent Treasury staff who put this together as well. So I would urge everyone to vote in favour of the budget motion. Thank you.